Hermes. Thank goodness. How bad is it?
Nothing good. The mortal stood no chance, and it's only getting worse.
Just as I feared. How many casualties?
It's too early to know. Safe to say, Hades will be busy.
Has anyone seen or heard from him?
He has not returned to Olympus, but continues to deny any accusations made towards him.
Of course he denies it. Why hasn't Father demanded his return? He's not stupid enough to refuse him.
Zeus will not send for him.
What? Why not?
Apparently there is not enough evidence to prove that Ares has any involvement. He believes this is simply a mortal issue.
He can't be serious. Mortals aren't capable of this kind of destruction. This has his name written all over it.
Athena, I agree with you, but Father simply does not. He will not waste time on anything not proven.
I need you to send a message.
Of course.
Alert the leaders of the nearby cities of the attacks. Tell them to prepare their defenses, and I will do whatever I can to offer assistance. Ares! How dare you tamper with the ways of war? You are to stay in the Great Hall until I returned. Was that amusing? Did it make your chest rumble? The Greeks look to me for guidance during this time of raging war. What am I going to tell them? That my brother became restless? There is no excuse for this little performance. And so help me, when I find you, I'm going to... Now is not the time. The mortals need me. There must be something I'm missing. Maybe. What if I mark a map of the attacks? This doesn't make sense. The attacks are on small cities. No strategic value of any kind. He wouldn't risk the repercussions over some bloodlust. Wait. The towns. These aren't random acts of violence. They're planned. First, Alinda. Then Gorton. Then Sybaris. Each one is increasing by the number of people living there. But why? Why waste time with these small targets? It can't be a diversion. Father cannot be bothered with smaller settlements. The people there never denounced him. Surely this isn't for sport. The god of war wouldn't create meager challenges for himself. Would he? It seems each city's garrison recently began bolstering themselves. But that still doesn't mean anything. Any human soldier would be trivial to him. What if this isn't for him? It's plausible. But Ares has never favored any individual soldier. Unless it was... Well, now it makes sense why Aphrodite has been so temperamental lately. The attacks occurred shortly after one another. Sybaris fell 3 days ago. And if I'm right, the next biggest target would be Dime. Let's hope I'm not too late. Enough. Drop your weapon. Now. I will not repeat myself. It's over. Now, on your knees, with your hands stretched forward. I am in no mood for games. Do as I say, or there will be consequence. That spear. So it's true. You don't want to do this. Stand down! This is your last chance. Yield. What path has Ares led you down? Hermes.
I came as soon as I heard. Shouldn't be surprised you were able to decipher the attacks.
Let's not celebrate so soon. Dime needs to be brought under control.
I'm guessing they are the one responsible for all this?
Yes. I was able to subdue them, but it shouldn't be a threat anymore.
All right. I will let the mortals know the danger is past. I will be back to take the assailant.
Don't worry about them. Make sure order is restored here, and I'll handle this. Ah, you're awake. I was beginning to fear the worst. Don't bother. I've made sure you can't leave. You know who I am, don't you? There's not many who know how to block my attacks, let alone counter them. That spear of yours, too well crafted for mortal hands. Who gave it to you? The silent treatment. I was actually hoping for a more civil conversation. I know you are a child of Ares. In a certain light, you look like him. And that last time I saw that spear was in his hands. I had to throw a boulder at him just to get him to stop. You don't need to worry. That was a more desperate situation. Let's change topics. Why did you destroy those cities? Your loyalty is commendable, but futile. He doesn't care for you. Ares gave you up. Hermes informed me after our fight. Ares confessed that he had a child. He heard your prayers to him for help, and lied about your intentions. They demand the demigod responsible to be brought to Olympus. Aphrodite especially. Saying nothing will not spare you. Your action has spoken volumes to the gods, and they demand retribution. I am to take you to Olympus, and you will be brought for trial, and they will decide how slow your death will be. But I have a different idea. Ares is not one to be cunning. Someone was helping him, and I want to know who and why. Help me, and I will help you escape the peril you are in. Ah, so you are not so silent after all. No, even if I defended you, they will still want your death. And that's what I will give them. When Ares gave you the spear, you haven't been able to get away from it, correct? Thought so. He curses weapons he gives to the soldiers he trains, binding them until they have proven themselves. Only way you can separate yourself from it is if you are killed. Or bested in combat. Ares would not admit he failed training a soldier. His pride won't let him. So, if I bring the spear to Olympus, and Ares sees it, he would only confirm that I killed the demigod. That is, if you help me. I will not force you to choose. That is your right alone. However, if you would, I advise you to choose wisdom over loyalty. Very good. On your feet. Tell me, what was Ares planning? What council has he formed? Do you know of his next move? There is no plan. Child, if you break our agreement... No, start from the beginning. When did he reach out to you? You reached out to him. I thought he lied about that to cover his tracks. Well, did he assemble any other force? That doesn't make sense. He has never paid attention to his half-mortal children. Were you a general? A champion? A respected captain? No. Then how in Hades' name did you get him to bless you with this weapon? Why on earth would you promise him anything? Don't you know how dangerous that is? What were you Oh, hold on. Come now. No need for tears. It's all right. Here, hold still. There we go. Now, why did you reach out to Ares? Your mother was ill. Well, then why did you... I'm sorry. I shouldn't interrupt. Please continue. I see. Your mother told you about Ares. But I still don't understand why you felt the need to... What? Oh my. Ares, when I get my hands on you. Young one, Ares has played a terrible game with you. He was twisting your hopes into something he can use. I promise you, he never would have kept his end of the deal. Father or not, he will use you till you have played your part. Then move on. He has never cared for anyone except himself. Oh, no. It's all right. I'm here. What a sick joke. Using a child's mother as leverage. There is no need to apologize. That was Ares, not you. Their blood is on his hands. Thank you for telling me your story. I know it was difficult, and I appreciate your courage. I need to return to Olympus. Any longer and the others will begin to suspect something. I will return soon. Yes, you kept your promise. Now I will keep mine. Oh, unfortunately, I can't take you back to your home. Your actions have made that impossible. But I want to offer you something else. I will keep you safe from both the gods and the mortals. But it is up to you on how I will do so. I can send you to a distant land, far from the gods' reach, and no one will know who you are. A fresh start. Or you can train under me, and you will become my champion. I know your faith in the gods must be shaken, but know when I say this, I mean it truthfully. I do not offer you this for my own interest. I offer because I see the potential for good in you. Just because you are a child of Ares, it does not mean you have to follow his path. And regardless on what direction you choose, I will help you. Consider nothing of it. You've paid more than you should have. It is time you were given something back. So, what will it be? Wonderful. I was hoping that would be your choice. Now, before I leave, I will give you your first lesson to think about until morning. Stand in a fighting position. Good. Your posture is strong. Tell me, what is the strongest trait a warrior can have? I suppose a good sword is helpful, but no. Think about it. What makes a warrior stronger than the rest? Your soul. I've seen the fiercest of warriors fall because of life breaking them. There is a lot of evil in the world, and it is always looking to grow. Stay strong in what you believe. Too many have let the weight of the world destroy their soul. That is what surely makes someone strong. I must leave now. Take this time to recover, and we will continue once I return. And rest easy. You're safe now.